So students, now let us see some of the examples once again. Here 2 raised to power of 5 divided by 2 raised to power of 5. Now using the law of exponent, as we have studied the second law, if we are getting the division sign and if the bases are same, then what we are supposed to do, we have to subtract their exponents. And what we are getting the results here, 5 minus 5 comes out to be 0. So I am getting 2 raised to the power of 0. Now if I calculate it directly without applying the law, what it says that 2 raised to power of 5 divided by 2 raised to power of 5 means 2 is written 5 times in the numerator, and in the denominator also 2 is written 5 times. And the results comes out to be equals to 1. So we can combine these two results, that 2 raised to power of 0 will be equals to 1. Same thing they have done in the second example. Once again they have taken b raised to power of 10 divided by b raised to power of 10. Again applying the law of exponents, what I am getting the answer b raised to the power of 0. And on solving it by direct calculation, b written 10 times in the numerator, b written 10 times in the denominator, and again the results comes out to be 1. Since both the methods are correct, so both the results are also equal. From the above we can conclude that a raised to the power of 0 will be equals to 1, where a is a non-zero number. That's a very important point. A should be a non-zero number. So write it down in your copy also. The next point, that is a raised to the power of 0 equals to 1, which is another law. Now let us come to the next part, negative exponents. As we have studied in the 7th standard all these laws, here we are going in the 8th standard, we are going to use some negative exponents. Let us see how it works. Let us take some examples. 7 raised to the power of 3 divided by 7 raised to the power of 5. Here on as we will apply the second law, which says that if the division sign is there, so numerator exponents minus denominator exponent. So what is my numerator exponent? That is 3. And what is my denominator exponent? 5. So it will be subtracted like the same way. 7 raised to the power of 3 minus 5. Since they have got the same exponent, which comes out to be 7 raised to the power of minus 2. Now we will solve it in a normal manner, that is 7 cube up divided by 7 raised to the power of 5, expanding it completely, and 7 cube is getting cancelled, 7 3 times are getting cancelled, and the denominator we are getting 7 into 7, and the results comes out to be 1 upon 7 square. Therefore we can conclude that since both the methods are correct, so we can conclude that 7 raised to the power of minus 2 will be equals to 1 upon 7 square. Again they have taken a raised to the power of 4 divided by a raised to the power of 7. On again dividing it, we are getting the exponent by using the law. I am getting the answer a raised to the power of minus 3, and on solving it by expanding it, I am getting 1 upon a cube. So I can conclude that therefore a raised to the power of minus 3 equals to 1 upon a cube. So what we will observe that when a is not equal to 0 and n is a positive integer, we can say that a raised to the power of minus n equals to 1 upon a raised to the power of n. So again this thing you need to write it down in your copy, and we can say that a raised to the power of n is a multiplicative inverse of a raised to the power of n, and vice versa also, that is a raised to the power of n is also multiplicative inverse of a raised to the power of minus 1. Now let us come to the example number 1, which says that 7 raised to the power of minus 5 multiplied by 7 raised to the power of 4. Now first of all we will apply here the first law of exponents, which says that a raised to the power of m multiplied by a raised to the power of n equals to a raised to the power of m plus n. That means the exponents will get added up. So on adding the results comes out to be equals to 7 raised to the power of minus 1, and we know that 7 raised to the power of minus 1 equals to how much? 1 upon 7. Similarly 5 raised to the power of minus 9 into 5 raised to the power of 6, this comes out to be equals to 5 raised to the power of minus 9 plus 6, which is 5 raised to the power of minus 3. And since I will never keep my answer in a negative exponent, always I have to give my answer in a positive exponent. That's the correct way of expressing the exponential form. So I will write 1 upon 5 raised to the power of 3.